Hey guys, welcome to Motoroids. My name is Amit, and here we have Mr. Minchul Koo with us, who is the head designer Asia Pacific at Hyundai, and he's behind a lot of great designs with Hyundai. And design, as you know, is a favorite subject for me as well. I've talked with a lot of designers earlier as well, and I'm absolutely honored to have
It's
you
my
here with
honor.
us.
Yeah.
And our viewers would definitely
Thank
love to
you.
hear from you about what direction is Hyundai taking going forward into the future. What is the
Sure.
design direction that you, in terms of philosophy, what do you want to achieve with design?
Yeah, I think, as you know, we try many things different. But as you know, it's not going to be same car as before. We're trying something as a different mobility experience, but a different generation, different people. But we just trying to follow the people's needs, people's demand, the customers' demand. So as we trying all things like from the platform, from the proportion, everything we're trying to change. And this is the first car, I think, for the revolutionary changing. Yeah. So this is a lot of meaning to us. Yeah.
So what's the biggest difference that you see in terms of the requirements of the new generation of people, and also the kind of liberation that you feel with the new completely electric platforms, because the engine and a lot of other componentry has been removed. So
Sure.
in that sense, A, what are the differences in terms of the requirements of the new generation, of customers, and how do you feel liberated with the new platforms?
Yeah, I think as you know, the internal combustion car has a limit of engine. Every component is they always stay as we have, as you know, right? But after our you know the era of EV, we changing a lot of things different, right? Platform is different, and battery is different. But first things that we have to try as a completely different frame. It's like proportion change it. So we have different wheelbase. As you know, as I explained it, as a wheelbase is pretty impressive.
It's
Very
long now.
Yeah,
Yep.
right. For the inner space, because inner space of EV car is very important, because the usability and the comfortable perception of the car is totally changing. And I think the people have a different interior space, so we have to use the interior space. So that's why we change our wheelbase, and then, as I explained, it, the overhangs and the proportion change it. So totally exterior design change it, but interior space will change it. And after that, we're trying to realize like a living room or house feeling or furniture feeling. It's completely different approach from the
Right.
last sentence. Yeah. So it is not just only a few things changing. We from the start we change everything. Yeah.
Now, apart from the space that you get liberated inside, what is happening also is that traditional controls, the stalks and the buttons,
Yeah,
all of the
absolutely,
different
yeah.
things that took a lot of space inside is also getting removed because of the touch screens
Yeah.
and the cab forward design. You can push the dashboard a little bit forward, so it's obviously liberating a lot of space. But on the flip side, the traditional template that we had in our mind about the long bonnet and the silhouette of the car is changing. So in that sense, how do you see it? Like, do you like this change happening where the cars are getting a little bit more vertical, liberating more space inside, or do you like,
Absolutely,
that
yeah.
sporty?
As I say, Zionic 5 is a very as pure aesthetic concept plus a functionality and a practicality. So as I explained, this inner space is changed, it's more comfortable, because we get more space, right? But as you say, the cockpit was slim, right?
Right.
And we can get the more space. It's more easy and pure.
Right.
I think the people doesn't want any more the complicated things, even buttons and every function. We have to reduce the complexity. So that's the way we want to try it. So I think there's so many different demands, but at the moment that we are thinking that we want to propose the customer. Yeah.
Now, since the customers are changing their requirement, from an aesthetics perspective, how the car looks, where would Hyundai want to be? So, A is the requirement. As you mentioned, the people want different, they have a different set of requirements. But now, since that has been met, from an aesthetic perspective, from a visual perspective, where does Hyundai want to be? Like,
we
what does it
actually-
want to say when somebody looks at a Hyundai car?
Yeah, as I say, we have Ioniq 5 and Ioniq 6, Ioniq 7. As I say, as every car has a different look, a different shape, maybe different forms, right? But as I say, this Hyundai look. Actually, every single car has different role, but whole together we got the same message to the customer. So as I say,
So that's something that I really see now, because from the earlier crisscross of surfaces where there was a lot of complication, and in the fluidic we had a lot of organic flowing lines.
yeah, clean, pure.
Now
yeah.
we have a lot of more clean and pure organic lines. It's a lot cleaner. So can you explain to our viewers as to what does the Ioniq say from its design perspective,
Yeah, actually, as
by
you know-
elaborating various different elements of the car?
Sure. We, as I say, this is a monocoque body design. Is we have a very pure and clean surface, right? And a very precision, a very perfect execution we have. And in the front and rear, we got a parametric pixel design.
Right.
So that's why we initialize our character.
So these lights are inspired from the pixels on a computer.
Absolutely.
Okay.
Yeah, we call the parametric design.
Right.
So it is, we call the ice cube. So it reflects our EV era concept. So we're gonna use that for Ioniq 5 and 6 and 7.
Right.
But we are a different car, different concept, different form. So we evaluated different stage. So, but as I say, the whole together is gonna be one message for the EV Ioniq cars. So yeah, but as you say, it's pure, and very pure aesthetic concept, and very precise and very detail is a very how can I say is a very complicated. Yeah. So
Now moving forward, so this is a very nice, clean, beautiful,
Yeah.
contemporary design. I saw the Ioniq 6 also there,
Yeah.
and that car also looks.
Ioniq 6 is
Yeah,
I think we're gonna explain soon, but this is kind of aesthetically is very beautiful, but somehow we trying to very efficient, because aerodynamics is absolutely brilliant. So this is two things together. It's beautiful things and functional things. So that is Ioniq 6. So, but this is Ioniq 5 that has very super pure, clean, right? And
Right.
precision stuff.
I would really appreciate if you can sit in the driver's seat and just elaborate a little bit about what was the thought process behind the interior space as well.
Okay, sure.
Abhijit, no.
Yeah, as I say, is that it is flat 4. After the battery in the new platform, we get very nice flat 4. So you can walk through, right? And this is it's totally different perception. And as you know, as I explained, we change engineer and the designer working hard for as a minimize of HVAC size,
Right.
and we can make a very slim cockpit. And then it allows a lot of different things that we can start. This is a
Right.
basic thing, but after that, we can make a more information screens, AV&T, all buttons. We minimize it and then more efficiently job. We change it many things. So
I can see a lot of space here. Like the
Absolutely,
moment I
yeah.
get inside, there's so much more space for my knees,
Absolutely,
for my
yeah.
calves, for my legs.
right.
And generally you don't realize it when you're sitting in a conventional car, but the moment you sit here, you
it's
realize
totally
that you're
different,
so
right.
much more comfortable. You can move around a lot more.
Absolutely,
So
yeah.
that's the first change for me that I feel.
The
Like,
layout is very important.
Yeah.
The space is very important. As you say, after we got the wheelbase is crazy and
Right.
absolutely brilliant idea.
And this
with
being a
the-
5-seater, so it
Absolutely.
enhances the
As I
space.
explained, this size is 100 millimeters longer than our flagship in a Palisade SUV.
Right.
This is amazing, right? And then that's why how we are considering the inner space is very important. After that, we can creating like a home,
Right.
living space, and furniture design things. Things allow the idea. And the console was totally different concept. We can put many bags
Right,
here,
right.
but it is very comfortable. And then we can move a little bit, and then reclining the seat, everything. for the when the car stop, when the car stay, or when the car is move, we have thinking about entertainment.
Right.
Yeah, so both things we have to think about it. Stop or move. So when people want to relax, we can recline. We have entertainment stuff, doing the recharging things, right?
It's a very nice, bright, very beautifully appointed colors.
Yeah,
and
yeah, yeah,
Everything
right.
is like,
Yeah.
you get inside the car and you get a
Yeah.
very, very different feeling, like, different from anything else that you have seen before. So,
like a home and
Yeah.
a living space. We're not too, how can I say it? It's a very warm tone. Yeah, it's not really contrast is strong.
Right.
But we are very stable and comfortable. People are relaxing.
It's very sophisticated, calming.
Right. It's very subtle, but very delicate.
Right.
Yeah, that's very important. As I explained, we have a sustainable materials.
Right.
We're considering the people, and then now even it's a pretty tough job because we have to working hard.
Of course.
For the engineers, many professional people. So it's this combination. Even one piece of door, one piece of console, everything you check that. It's just very different style of design. It's very functional, but it's a very pure aesthetic.
From what I also understand, this is not just visual, this is also sustainable, right?
Absolutely.
So
yeah,
can you,
absolutely.
if you could just, because I know that it's sustainable, made from sustainable materials, but if you could just throw some more light on how you have used sustainable materials to,
We're not just trying just one material exchange with a sustainable material. We change the whole industry chains as our companies. I think it's capable to change many industrial bases and the circulation, everything. So every employer, every designer, engineer, trying to think how we connect it, how we can use that, and how companies support that. So even
right from the sourcing, you're saying.
Absolutely, yeah. And also the CEO has a very strong perception
Focus
of
on
that.
sustainability.
Yeah. So he support everything. We working together. So maybe now we are very limited, but I think but we are already very compared to other cars. We are very ahead forward, but we'll keep doing this. We're never gonna stop that. And so I think the many parts, components, we can recycle that. We can bring some natural resources, everything we try. So, but it's more comfortable, a different feeling. But it's design-wise, it's very clever. But it is sustainable material.
So to all our viewers, that was Koo, and he elaborated on how this car is very different, sustainable, very pure, very sophisticated, very home-like from the inside, and you won't be able to experience it until you have experienced it. So I would strongly recommend that you go out and have a look at this car at the showroom, because it's very different from what it looks in the pictures. It's absolutely stunning, and once you get inside, you realize what I'm talking about. Thank you very much, sir. It was an honor and a pleasure.
It was my
and
pleasure.
it was very, very insightful as well. Thank you so very much.
Thank you. Yeah, thanks so much. Okay, bye-bye.